You think the iPhone 17 is Apple's big move? That's just foreplay. Because what Apple's got brewing for 2027 might make your shiny new iPhone look like a gas station flip phone. I'm not exaggerating. Yeah, this is the kind of leak that makes you stop scrolling, lean in, and question whether Tim Cook's been watching too much sci-fi. And yes, I've got the receipts. Let's set the scene. Back in 2007, Apple dropped the original iPhone and pretty much changed the world overnight. In 2017, they did it again with the iPhone X, killing the bezels, slapping on Face ID, and making a $1,000 price tag feel normal. Now, 2027 is creeping up, and all the whispers are pointing to another massive redesign for the iPhone's 20th anniversary. And this time, it's not just about making a sleeker rectangle. This is full-on, futuristic. Did you steal that from a Marvel movie prop department territory? The juiciest rumor, all glass everything. Not glass on the front, not glass on the back. I'm talking about a single seamless slab of ultra-durable wraparound glass with no bezels, no frame, no visible breaks in the design. Just pure liquid glass vibes from top to bottom, left to right. It sounds incredible. It also sounds like the kind of thing you'll wrap in 3 cases, a screen protector and a prayer, because one drop on the sidewalk could be the most expensive oops of your life. And to pull it off, Apple would ditch traditional buttons entirely. No more volume rockers, no more side button. Instead, everything would be capacitive touch zones on the sides, invisible until you tap them, which means, yes, you'll probably screenshot by accident every single day. Now, maybe Apple's engineers also have a plan B. Instead of going full glass lunatic, they might keep the wraparound glass curves, but separate the front and back with a thin titanium frame. Think Apple Watch Series 7 meets the Galaxy S7 Edge, smooth, futuristic, but still grounded in some practical durability. The titanium band could still hold traditional buttons, keeping that satisfying click while giving you some protection from, gravity. As for the back of the phone, that's still a mystery. It could be elegantly minimal, or it could have a camera bump so big you could park a drone on it. This is Apple. Both options are possible. On the subject of that front screen, here's where the dreams get a reality check. We'd all love a totally clean display. No cutouts, no notches, just uninterrupted pixels. But according to display analysts, Apple isn't quite ready to give us that in 2027. The best case scenario is that the Face ID sensors get hidden under the screen, leaving just a single small camera hole visible. The dynamic island, you better believe they'll keep it alive, even if it's purely in software, because Apple never throws away a brand name they've hyped this much. Cameras are where things get spicy. There's chatter about the first ever 200 megapixel main camera on an iPhone. That's a serious leap, even if Android's been flexing big megapixel counts for years. On top of that, Apple is reportedly developing its own custom sensor that could match the dynamic range of the human eye. That's incredible and also terrifying, because the human eye sees everything. Get ready for photos so detailed you might start noticing skin texture you didn't know you had. Battery life is another area where Apple might finally shake things up in a big way. They're testing pure silicon anode battery technology. Translation: batteries that can store up to 10 times more lithium per gram compared to today's designs. If they make this work, it could mean massive jumps in battery life, faster charging, and thinner devices. The problem? Silicon expands when it charges, which can damage the battery. If Apple cracks that code, the 2027 iPhone could be the biggest battery upgrade we've seen since lithium-ion became standard. If they don't, well, let's just hope they remember the Samsung Note 7. Performance-wise, 2027 could be a milestone year. Apple is expected to release its first 1.4 nanometer chip. Smaller, faster, and more power efficient than anything they've done before. They're also looking into high bandwidth stacked RAM, which can move data faster, use less energy, and take up less space inside the phone. That could mean better multitasking, more responsive apps, and maybe Safari not hoarding half your memory for no reason. Now, what do you even call a phone like this? Technically, 2027's model would fall under the iPhone 19 lineup, but Apple has never been a slave to sequential numbering. Remember when they skipped from iPhone 8 to iPhone 10? They could easily call it iPhone 20, or maybe iPhone Ultra if they want to make it sound like a rare metal found on an alien planet. And yes, there's still that dream of a fully portless iPhone. No charging port, no buttons, nothing but sleek glass. Apple wanted to do it sooner, but EU regulations and common sense delayed them. Still, patents for a completely port-free device are sitting there, ready to go. If wireless charging speeds get fast enough, Apple could flip the switch and call it an act of courage. Here's the part that's going to sting: the price. This will not be a $999 phone. Those days are gone. This is a special anniversary iPhone with exotic materials, advanced manufacturing, and a marketing campaign designed to make you feel like you need it. If the iPhone X could get away with launching at $999 back in 2017, don't be surprised if this starts at $1,499. Maybe more. And the worst part? People will still line up overnight to buy it. So, here's my prediction. September 2027, Apple's event is winding down. Tim Cook pauses, smiles, and says, "One more thing." The lights dim, the dramatic video rolls, and there it is, the iPhone that makes every other iPhone you've owned feel like a warm-up act. But is this the endgame iPhone? Or is it just Apple's way of distracting us before they drop the foldable iPhone bombshell the following year? All I know is this: the iPhone 17 might be cute, but the 2027 iPhone, that's Apple reminding the entire industry who's in charge. And if they really pull off that all-glass design, without making it the most expensive stress toy in history, I might actually upgrade. Maybe. This is all what we have today. See you next one. Peace out.